I'm Jamie McDonald. Join me as we celebrate small businesses that make New York so unique. These New York Originals. One of the great things about New York City is that art galleries are about as common as the corner deli. And this town's got just about every genre covered, including the art of holographs. Holographic Studios is the oldest of its kind in the world, going into its 4th decade of business.
It sits on a quiet residential street in Kips Bay. Hardly the place you would expect to find cutting-edge technology.
Very often they think that we've just opened, and they wish us luck, and then we tell them we've been here for over 30 years, and they're all like shocked.
Owner and holograph pioneer Jason Sapan dreamed up the studio when the science was still in its infancy.
Well, Holographic Studios has been here since the 1970s. We're New York City's only commercial holographic laboratory and free gallery of holography.
Through the years, an eclectic group of people has visited the studio.
Mayor Koch came in, we did his portrait. Billy Idol, great guy, loved the technology. Phyllis Diller, Phil Donahue. I got a really funny call once from Milton Berle, the comedian, who wanted me to create a hologram of himself up in the box seats of the Broadway theater that would heckle him.
Jason also has the distinction of creating the only holograph portrait of a living president, Bill Clinton. He's even made holograph art out of artists themselves, like pop icon Andy Warhol.
Usually it takes hours to get people to do exactly what you want, but with his white shock of hair and his really strong cheekbones, the dimension was just there, and I had just the right combination of hard and soft lighting to make him look very, very strong and Warhol-esque, for lack of a better word.
Jason's expertise in holographs and lasers has also been used in movies like Tom Cruise's Vanilla Sky and at the infamous Studio 54 nightclub. Among other things, Jason's currently creating anti-piracy holograms and cover art for CDs. So just what are holograms?
A hologram is a photograph of light waves. When light hits an object, it sort of takes an impression of it, just as if we were pressing a piece of clay onto a key. The light wave hits the object, takes its shape, and then it bounces back to the film. And inside the film, we've actually photographed the shape of the light waves themselves. So it acts like a mold. The way a Jell-O mold would give shape to Jell-O, or a plaster cast to make a plaster bust of a person.
Making a holograph is less complex than you probably think.
First thing is, like in photography, we set the object up and we spend time just lighting it. Then we spend some time fighting vibration. Since light waves are incredibly small, what we have to do is hot glue everything down to the table and reinforce behind it so that it isn't moving at the almost atomic level. Once that's all done, we take our laser and we aim it through a series of mirrors and optics. Then we turn off all the lights in the room, and the room itself becomes the body of a camera. And we give it an exposure of a few seconds, close it off, take the film out, and bring it into the darkroom to develop. In a way very analogous to what's done with black and white photographic film. The difference being is that when we develop our film, we don't see an image because we're not recording an image, we're recording the pattern of light waves. So all that's in the hologram is all developed. This is a shaping device. When new light comes into here, it gets the same shape and comes out with the exact same shape characteristics as the original object.
The detail that can be achieved in holograms is astonishing.
Let's say we had a hologram of a woman's face and there was a drop of water. She had been swimming in a pond. We could take a microscope to that drop of water on her face and focus down, and if there was an amoeba floating in the water, we could focus down and look at the nucleus and the mitochondria of that amoeba, all in the hologram. So it's an incredibly powerful technology, and its applications have only yet begun to be even imagined. In the last 3 years, I've seen a jump in interest in holography. Young people are taking to it in a way that I've never seen before. And I think part of that is because of the injection of 3D into everything. 3D graphics, 3D computer imagery, 3D movies, and people are excited about technologies that are able to capture dimension.
Jason's now offering holograph making classes where you can make your own holograph. He's open most days 2 to 6.